one, go.
All right, we're back. This is Daniel's 33rd birthday bash. Episode on this week's Georgia and Daniel show. My name is Georgia from Georgia's Kitchen Show, and Dan's cutest true love.
My name is Daniel, the 33rd birthday boy. Man. From SpecialChronicles.com and Georgia's cutest true love. Coming up on this week's episode 73.
Yep, 73. Join us for Daniel's 33rd birthday bash.
We go to the Junction Diner and get our food delivered on a train.
I surprised Daniel for his birthday.
And we watch the Swimming for Gold movie.
Episode 73, Daniel's 33rd birthday bash, starts now.
And we're back. Hopefully we'll get back to weekly podcasts, right, babe?
Yeah.
Hopefully now that we've taken, for the past few months, it's been monthly. Since I think, September, October, November, December, we've had monthly episodes of this podcast, but now we're back. It's already been a few weeks of 2022, but now hopefully we'll be back to weekly episodes. But it's good to be back behind the microphone.
Yeah, I'm actually
on StreamYard instead of in the same studio, right?
Yeah, because I really miss being on StreamYard. Not because I love doing the live and in person and seeing Daniel on occasion, but this is what I love to do.
Well, yeah, and it's still always better when we can be sitting in the same room face to face. We call it in this podcast, but
yeah,
the audio podcast listeners don't really. For those of you guys just listening to us on audio, you guys don't see any difference because you guys just hear us if we're broadcasting on StreamYard or if we're broadcasting in the same room. But if you're watching the video right now on YouTube or Facebook, just look up Special Chronicles or on YouTube or look up Daniel and Georgia on Facebook and you'll find the video version of this podcast. And you notice that now we'll side by side. We'll virtually doing this, but it's been nice at least the past few months when we've been doing these monthly shows. The past past 3-4 months now, it's been nice in person. But a lot's happened since our last episode. The past. We celebrated New Year's, but we're not really going to talk about how we celebrated New Year's, right? Because it's already past New Year's, so we're not going to talk about that.
Yeah.
Well, should we briefly mention what we did on New Year's and then get into Daniel's 33rd birthday bash?
Sure, no problem.
Briefly, what did we do for New Year's? Well, briefly.
Well, I had 2 New Year's this year.
We went to Cooper's Hawk, right?
Yes, but babe, I also had New Year's with my girlfriends on Zoom.
Yeah.
Before I went to Cooper's Hawk with you.
Yeah. Okay, so let's fast forward. So we're not going to get into a lot of detail about what we did for New Year's because that's not the point. But what happened this past week?
You mean the weekend?
Yes. That's what I said.
Well.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said.
Friday was his actual birthday.
Who's actually a birthday?
Okay.
Whose birthday?
Yours.
Okay. The 14th of January.
Yeah. We didn't exactly do much because I was here and I had things going on, but
we did a lot.
On Friday,
So,
we did a lot.
well, no. Okay, on my actual birthday, on the 14th of January, I worked at United. So it was just a
And
regular.
you also spent time with your dad as well.
Yes. My dad and I went to Parkwood, Illinois, just to hang out, and we had dinner at Panera, and yeah, so that's what I did with my dad to celebrate my birthday, um, and that was a lot of fun. And then the
Yes.
surprises came this past weekend,
Yeah, so
right?
actually, it was my first time hosting like an actual birthday party for him, especially.
Birthday, okay, there wasn't a lot of people that came. It was just the two of
I
us.
know, babe, I was getting to that.
Okay. Go on.
Yeah, so I hosted, which is a lot of fun. On Thursday, I made a self portrait
Okay.
of Daniel. That was one of his
Oh,
presents.
I should have showed it to our viewers. I've got it in the other room. I don't have it.
And then
Hold on. Did you want me to show it to the viewers? Well, I've got it in the other room, so I don't really have it next to me now. But
and
it
then
was I love the drawing. Okay. Anyways, go on.
and then there were two more. I actually made him a code, which I do every year. And then his actual birthday present was a picture of me. Now for that, he actually gets to choose any frame he wants and actually frame the picture.
And it was a black and white picture.
Yes, it was a black and white.
Yeah, which black and white. I mean, a lot of times and I'm sure our listeners will agree. A lot of times when you put out pictures, you put it in color, but every once in a while, because it's pretty easy on the phone to change a picture from color to black and white, and so it kind of gives it a nice artistic look to the picture to have it be black and white. I don't just looking here in my studio. I mean, I've got mostly colored pictures, but I do have I do have a couple black and white pictures, and those are always nice. Yeah. So that's the gifts that you gave me.
Yep, those are the
So
two gifts that I gave you. And then there was a banner that my mom's sister gave me for my birthday. And
oh no, I was gonna say if people want to see that as well as see any of the pictures,
you can, if you guys want to look at the pictures that both he and I actually posted together, you can go on Instagram and Facebook at Daniel and Georgia.
yeah, and the same thing with the video of you singing me happy birthday. Just go to our just go on to our Instagram, or I think it's on our Facebook page too at Daniel and Georgia, and you guys can find. So just go to our Instagram at Daniel and Georgia, and you can see the pictures from my 33rd birthday bash.
Mm-hmm.
Besides the podcast, I mean, what we did this past weekend. So yeah. So on this past Saturday was when we celebrated my 33rd birthday,
Yep.
and after a regular work day at United, when I went to your place.
Yep. And then that's when he and I both agreed to have a slumber party. So we actually had a sleepover together.
And wait, do we want to? Okay, probably shouldn't give the listeners that much details of what we did.
Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say.
That's all we're gonna say. We're not gonna give you any other details of what we did. We'll let you use your imaginations.
I only said slumber party. That's all.
It's okay. Our listeners will use their imagination. But we went out to eat to celebrate my 33rd birthday at the Junction Diner.
Yep, and
Which
it's
is
actually out here.
it's in Forest Park.
Yep, it is here in Forest Park where I live, and it's right next door to a bakery called Twisted Cookie. I know that. Well, for me, as long as I've lived here, I never been there before, and it was actually a lot of fun.
And it was neat. I mean, I think it's the Junction Dino is really kid friendly. So if there's any if there's any parents that are listening, we definitely recommend that you can take your kids to the Junction Dino, because a cool thing that happens is after we ordered the food, the way that you get your food delivered
on an actual train.
On a train, yeah. So you don't get your food delivered through like Uber Eats or any of those delivery apps. Well, no, that wouldn't really make sense, because why would you get your food delivered if you're at the? Anyways, so at the Junction Dino, there's this, and I don't know, does it show up on any of the pictures that we took, or?
I only took a video of the actual train.
You did, and I don't think you posted it on Daniel and Georgia. So
well, I only posted on mine.
Okay. But we'll have to post that video on our Daniel and Georgia at Daniel and Georgia Instagram, so all listeners can see that, because it's pretty neat. So you sit at
a bar.
Yeah. And
bar-ish.
Yeah, bar-ish. And there's all along, so like it's like a, what do you call it? It's like a half circle kind of, and there's right, and along the edge of the kind of bar like table, those tracks that go around the
whole table.
Yeah. And they put a tray on each of the little train cars.
Caboose.
On the caboose, yeah. Well, not only on the caboose, but each of the train cars, they put the food on there, right? They put the trays in the food, and so that's how the food got delivered to us, and it's pretty fun. So if there are any parents that are listening to this, or if maybe you have a niece or nephew, or if you just want to go grab some kids.
Yes, because the first time when we first opened the door to that place, I was kind of weird and awkward because I'm an adult, so adults like me and Daniel don't really go to this kind of a place because it's kid friendly.
But it's still good. I mean, it's still for us as adults, because like I had a Blue Moon, so like they still have beer and adult beverages that you can enjoy.
Yes, but
as adults, the Junction Dino is kind of, because of the food gets delivered on a train. It's
kid friendly only.
It's kid friendly, and has like a train theme to it.
Yeah, that's why it's called the Junction Diner. When you hear the word junction, you hear train.
Yeah, so that's it. We definitely would recommend. Maybe if we remember in the show notes, maybe we can try to put the address to the Junction Diner if anybody wants to go and check it out. It's Or if you're in the Chicago area, you can go to Forest Park, and we definitely recommend that you go and check out. You go and eat at the Junction Diner. It's definitely and bring your kids because it's definitely kid friendly. So, that was fun.
Mm-hmm. And then we walked back. It was really nice out.
Yeah.
So we had a moonlight walk, which was really nice.
Yeah.
And then we came back here. And then we used, and then we started taking more and more,
Pictures.
yes, more and more pictures with the banner. And,
Which you can see those once again. You can see those pictures on
on Instagram and Facebook.
yes. And where do they go to do that?
And then what?
Where do they go to do that?
At Daniel in Georgia.
Yeah, at Daniel and George. Look at Daniel and George on Instagram or Facebook. It's on either, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what did we do then?
And then we had his special dessert where what he gets every single year.
Usually at my sister's house, which hopefully we'll have to go to my sister's house again. So you can meet my niece, Molly. But anyways, yeah, it's what you get me every year. It's not really a cake. I called it a cake, but it's a
It's a brookie, which is brownie on the bottom and cookie on top.
yeah, and it's really good.
Yep.
You all can get it at Trader Joe's.
Yep, it is at Trader Joe's, so please come out and actually try it.
Yep.
I've
Your
had it
local
before.
what?
I've had it before.
Yeah. Well, we just had it a few days ago. But
Yeah.
you sang Happy Birthday to me, right?
I did. I actually made a video of
I think we've got that that audio, right?
Yeah. Do you still have that?
Yes. So I'm gonna try to pull it up here. And see if we can play it. But as I try to pull it up, hold on. Trying to pull it up right now. So as we should have pulled it up before we went on air. But as I pulled up, do you want to tell the listeners what else we did to celebrate?
We also watched a movie called Swimming for Gold.
Which we're gonna review that in the next segment, right?
Yes.
After we take a break.
Yes.
So yeah, so we'll talk about the movie that we watched, Swimming for Gold, after. But what other surprises did you give me?
We also had a sleepover.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Oh, okay.
What else did we do? Babe?
Babe, I'm trying to remember. It's really hard to remember things.
It's okay.
I honestly don't know. I'll be right back, okay? Sorry about that, you guys. I have to wait until Daniel comes up so I can actually tell you what I actually did last night. Okay? So let's just wait until he comes on, okay? Be back in a few minutes.
Inspiring conversations about the people with disabilities community that creates awareness, support, and advocacy within each week's episode. Listeners tell us our shows are an enjoyable and necessary podcast for the intellectual and developmental disability community and everyone else who is able to listen to stories about life from a different angle. Please, if you and your family love our weekly podcast, make a one-time, monthly, or annual gift of thanks today. Support this podcast at specialchronicles.com/give. That's specialchronicles.com/give. We're back. Welcome back, Dave.
And better than ever.
Yeah, I was. Well, that's why we've got sponsor breaks, right?
Yeah.
So hopefully listeners did difficulties on the show, and still trying to figure out how to play the video.
You're actually frozen, babe.
Oh, I am.
Just a little.
Okay. I don't know if. Okay, I'm back. We're back.
Okay.
But I don't know if. So right before we took that break, we were going to play a video, right?
Yes.
So I'm trying. We can't really share it on the screen because it's in a different file format than what I thought was going to play. So should we just play the audio of it, babe?
Yeah, babe, that's fine.
Okay. So let me try to pull up the video again. And do you want to just remind the listeners, since we did take that break, what we remind them how you surprised me, and we'll talk about the bookie cake.
Okay, well, technically it's not a cake.
I called it a cake.
So technically, I actually bought some candles to put on the bounty for him, and then he actually helped me by lighting the candles because I had a lighter here, and I don't know how to do that by myself. So
It was difficult. Let me just tell you, it was difficult, but we figured out how to use the lighter.
Yeah. And then we both laughed about how he was trying to blow out his candles. And
I have a difficult time blowing out candles.
yes, that's the honest truth that I did not know about my boy here, that he has trouble blowing on candles.
Well, you've seen me blow out candles before.
Yeah, but that was in the last year.
Last year, it wasn't my fault. It was trick candles, right?
Yeah, but this year I didn't have trick candles.
But last year we didn't know that it was trick candles last year.
Yes, but there were a number candles that had. That was actually for your. That was your 30th birthday. Actually.
Yeah. At my sister's.
Yeah,
at
so
my,
we
at
didn't
my sister's house.
do anything for your 32nd, which I don't remember.
Did we? I don't. No, 32nd was last year because I'm 33 now, so 32nd was last year.
He's actually the same age as me, but I'm a little bit
6 months older.
Let's just say that I'm much younger than he is.
What? No, you're 6 months older than me.
That's what I just said.
Oh! I thought you said that you were younger. No, you're 6 months older than me.
Yes, I am. I am 6 months old. Dad, okay, that's what I just said.
Yes.
Okay.
He's 6 months old. He's 6 months old and can talk at 6 months old and be on a podcast at 6 months
that
old.
was just a side joke. Okay, let's just move on, please.
Okay, she meant what you meant to say was that you're 6 months older than me.
Yes, that's what I was about to say.
Okay, so yeah, okay, I'm gonna try to pull up the video. Yes, that's what we want to do. Okay. I'm gonna try to pull up the video one more time.
Okay.
And if I can't get it to work this time, we're just gonna have to just play the audio.
Okay.
Okay. So we're gonna try one more time. I don't know if this is gonna work because I think it has to be with like the file. Yes. No. It's still not the right file type. So we wanted to, but we're just gonna play the. Let me unplug this, and hold on. Let's go. Okay. So we're just gonna play the audio of the video, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, maybe I can just try to. I can just show it on the screen, and then you guys can just see it this way. Should we just do it that way?
Yeah, let's play.
There we go. Okay, so I'm going to try to show it up on the screen. So if you guys are just listening to the audio podcast and then you hear it just the way that you always do, but I'm going to try to see if I can just display it. I don't know if it's going to with the green screen if you guys will be able to see it that well, but because
just play just the audio, okay?
Just audio, okay.
Yeah. All right. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Daniel. Happy birthday to you.
Oh,
Babe, that was the song.
now I'm supposed to blow the candle, the
Yeah.
cookie out,
Yes, babe.
the cookie brownie out, right? I'm trying.
It's okay. Woo! And he's 33 years old.
33.
33. That was actually that was the best video I even did. So
Now, listen, you can tell that in that video, you can see just how difficult of a time I had blowing out candles on the Brookie cake.
Yeah.
Brookie cake. It's not a cake, is it?
No, it isn't.
I like to call it a cake.
It's a pastry. Pastry and cake are not Pastry and cake are not the exact same thing.
I like to call it a cake, so we're just gonna go with it. Anyways, that was fun, and that was fun. We missed talking about something else we did at the Junction Diner. We played tic-tac-toe. Right?
Yes, we played tic-tac-toe.
And we both won.
Yeah.
And we both tied. And we tied a few. We tied quite a few games.
Yep.
We tied quite a few games. So that was fun.
That was
Shows that we both were good at tic-tac-toe. Not one of us won more, so that was good that we tied a lot of games, right?
And try not to. I'm just saying, in general, do not be competitive against each other.
We won't.
That's not how me and Daniel work as a couple.
No.
Because we don't do that.
No. Even though we tied a few games, so that was good. In the end, you won a game.
Mm-hmm.
And did I win any games? Oh, did you just win and then we tied?
We both won and we tied. That's all we did.
Yeah. And we'll leave it at that.
Yep.
I will let you guys use your imaginations if I won 5 games or not. And yeah. Did you not hear what I said?
No, I didn't hear a thing.
We'll let you use your imaginations if I won 5 games or not. Okay, shall we move on? Let's move on.
Please.
Let's move on and take a quick break. When we come back, we'll talk about the movie Swimming for Gold. You're listening.
You're listening to the Georgia
and Daniel Show on SpecialChronicles.com. We'll be right back. We're going to take a quick break from our conversation today to learn how you can become a Special Chronicles supporter so we can continue to produce this podcast. Support for Special Chronicles comes from listeners like you. As an independent public media podcast, Special Chronicles will always be there for you. Now we're asking you to be there for us. As a nonprofit independent media organization, we can only make programs like Special Chronicles with listener support. Our programs provide weekly, candid, honest, and inspiring conversations about the people with disabilities community that creates awareness, support, and advocacy within each week's episode. Listeners tell us our shows are an enjoyable and necessary podcast for the intellectual and developmental disability community and everyone else who is able to listen to stories about life from a different angle. Please, if you and your family love our weekly podcast, make a one-time, monthly, or annual gift of thanks today. Support this podcast at specialchronicles.com/give. That's specialchronicles.com/give. And hold that thought. We're going to take a quick break from our conversation today to hear a message from our partner. Support for Special Chronicles comes from ComEd. Special Chronicles is proud to partner with the ComEd Energy Force Ambassador Program. The Energy Force is the country's first energy efficiency education program designed for and taught by people with disabilities. ComEd is powering lives and really is powering us here at Special Chronicles to keep the lights on and our technology is powered on. As ComEd powers the lives of us, they're literally giving a voice to people with special needs. We thank ComEd for the generous support of our mission at Special Chronicles. Learn more at specialchronicles.com/ComEd. That's specialchronicles.com/ComEd. And now we return to our conversation. This episode continues right now. We're back. We're back. This is
Georgia.
Oh, I was going to say this is Daniel's 33rd birthday bash.
Oh, my bad.
No, let's rewind that. Rewind. Go. This is
Dan's 33rd birthday bash.
On
StreamYard.
The Georgia and Daniel Show on SpecialChronicles.com. Okay. So, to recap, we went to the Junction Diner, had a brookie. I had a hard time blowing out the candles on that brookie. Okay, brookie, whatever you call it. We played tic-tac-toe. We tied. And Georgia won a game, and I won a game. Oh, five games. And, yeah. So after we did all that, we watched the movie.
Yeah, we watched a movie based on swimming, and it's called Swimming for Gold.
Swimming for Gold. You can find it on
Hulu.
Yeah. We'll put a link in the show notes to all the places where you can find it, because there's a number of places that you can watch it. You can watch it on Hulu, on Amazon Prime, on YouTube, Apple TV, and there's a few other places that you can watch this movie. But we watched it on Hulu. So Swimming for Gold. One of the actresses in the movie is also on the show Cobra Kai.
Yeah. And then I knew somebody else, and he was on the movie called Bring It On, actually.
So what's the movie Swimming for Gold about? Do you want to tell the lovely, awesome listeners, friends?
Well, it's based on swimming, and it talked about how
and how they like to swim for the gold. Okay, that's the obvious. Now you tell them what it's actually about. Okay, go on.
it was about being in the nationals for swimming
In Australia.
In Australia, and there was a coach that was actually Payne List who got the female lead.
Yep.
And she had, first of all, she had, at the very beginning of the film, she had a hard time fitting in, but then she actually experienced her fear and actually started swimming again.
Yeah.
With the people that she met in Australia.
Yeah. And at this swimming club. And so it brought back, I think, for us, since both of us swim in Special Olympics, it brought both of us a lot of memories back for swimming. I know it's been with COVID and stuff. It's been 2 years since I've last swam, and so I know for both of us, it brought us both of us back a lot of memories of us swimming.
Yeah, but technically it was based on the nationals, and that happens back memories for me.
Yeah, so for Special Olympics, the nationals or USA Games, you went to 2 times, right? In Ames, Iowa, was it? And Princeton, New Jersey, was that?
Well, the very first one was 2006 I went to Ames, Iowa.
That's what I just said.
Okay.
That's what I just said.
And then in the year of 2014, that was actually the best one because that was in New Jersey, where my mom was born and raised in New Jersey.
And coming up, you guys, this year, 2022, in June 2022, it's the next Special Olympics 2022 USA Games, which is June 5th through the 12th in Orlando.
That's pretty amazing.
2022usagames.org if you guys want to find out more about this year's U.S. National Special Olympics 2022 USA Games. And if you go on to specialchronicles.com right now and listen to the Special Chronicles show, we've got a few USA Games related podcasts. All right, so let's go on. So overall, how many pools would you rate this movie? Of five being the best. Five. How many pools?
5 out of 5.
5 pools out of 5 pools. Yeah. I'd put you at 5 pools out of 5 pools as well. Yeah, so you guys definitely go check out. We'll put a link to where you can watch this. So just go on. If you guys have Hulu or Amazon Prime or Apple TV, you can just search for Swimming for Gold. And it wasn't a movie that either of us saw before. We were just
well, except for the 2 people that you and I know of.
Well, yeah, no, but like I'm talking about this movie, Swimming for Gold. Neither of us saw it before, and so we were just we just pulled up Hulu, just searching for something that we could watch, and we stumbled upon Swimming for Gold. It was a great movie. So, yeah, should we wrap up this episode?
Yes.
Oh, there was something else you wanted to talk about.
Oh yeah. So if you guys actually know what happened last night, I actually did the grand finale of season 6. Please stay.
Of what?
Of the Georgia's Kitchen show. It was really a lot of fun, and I actually celebrated pretty much a lot last night. There'll be more probably later on tonight.
You guys want to find out how to watch that?
If you guys want to watch that particular episode, you guys can
specialchronicles.com/Georgia Kitchen Show.
Yes, there's that. Or you can also use my Instagram account, which is PeachGeorgia22.
Yeah, that's pretty a better way to find your show, right? Just you guys go to Georgia's Instagram at PeachGeorgia22, and you can find her show on her Instagram page.
Yep, and there's a spoiler alert. I'm going to be taking off 2 months off until the next season, so that will be in the month of March.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So you guys got all the inside scoop on that. And since we're talking about other shows that we host, the Special Chronicles show, which is the other podcast, other weekly show that's on Mondays, 6 p.m. Central Time. And in addition to the beginning of this year, we had a couple of 2022 USA Games episodes. So last week, what we had on the president and CEO of the 2022 USA Games, and then the beginning of this month of January 2022, we had Alex Egan, who is an athlete in Illinois, and he's going to the 2022 USA Games. So you can listen to that, and we've got other conversations. So just go on to specialchronicles.com and look under all the podcasts that we have, and you can find the 2022 USA Games series of conversations. Yeah, so SpecialChronicles.com/show if you guys want to subscribe to that podcast on Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. Basically, wherever you're listening to this podcast, the Georgia and Daniel Show, you can also find the Special Chronicles show. All right. How to get in touch with us? So SpecialChronicles.com for this network. Right? You can follow Special Chronicles on Instagram. Just go to SpecialChronicles.com for links to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. Subscribe to our newsletter. And subscribe to this podcast, the Georgia and Daniel Show, the Special Chronicles Show. We have the Unified at Work series, the 2022 USA Game series, and a bunch of different podcasts and series that you can listen to. And some other podcasts. I think the Good Vibes Show is also listed on there. We have the Amazing Individuals show. So just go to specialchronicles.com, follow us on social media, subscribe to, sign up for our newsletter, and subscribe to our podcast. And now, for links to follow this podcast, both of us.
Instagram and Facebook at Daniel and Georgia.
Yeah, so definitely you guys go give us a follow on Instagram and Facebook. We'll post that picture of, that video of that train from the Junction Diner, right? We'll put that video up on there. But if the video that we played for you earlier on this episode of Georgia singing happy birthday to me, that video is on Daniel and Georgia at Daniel and Georgia Instagram, as well as the pictures from my 33rd birthday bash and Georgia's surprises and pictures from that birthday celebration is you can find that again at Daniel and Georgia on Instagram and Facebook. Twitter.
You guys can tweet us.
Tweet us? That's not tweet. This is tweet. This is
no.
you guys, but listen to us on audio. You don't know what we're doing, but I am flapping my arms like a bird. Yeah, let me show you. I'm flapping my hands like a bird. This is how you tweet. Tweet. Okay. Georgia's not impressed with my tweeting. Okay. Go on.
Okay. Well, whatever he was doing, technically for me, this is called tweet. Okay. At Daniel and Georgia as hashtag Georgia and Daniel Show.
What was I doing? I was tweeting. Okay. You're not impressed with my tweeting?
I'm very impressed, but technically people don't do this when they tweet.
Wait,
like
they don't do that? They don't do what?
They don't do this.
They don't flip their arms?
No. Normal people do this. This is called tweet.
Okay, guys.
Flapping arms around.
Really, Georgia thinks that I'm not normal by tweeting with my arms. Okay, you guys, just go ahead and tweet us hashtag Georgia and Daniel Show at Daniel Georgia's email.
You guys can send us an email at GeorgiaandDaniel@specialchronicles.com.
We do read those emails, right? So we look forward to and you guys can drop us a line, or you can DM us on Instagram or Facebook at Daniel and Georgia, and we'll see your DMs as well. Okay. Follow.
You guys can follow me on the gram at PeachGeorgia22.
And you can follow me on Instagram at PodmanDan, PodmanDan. You can once again watch Georgia's Kitchen Show, SpecialChronicles.com/Georgia Kitchen Show, or just go to her Instagram and you can watch it. Also subscribe to the Special Chronicles Show, SpecialChronicles.com/show, and find us wherever you listen to this podcast. You can also find Special Chronicles Show. If you liked the video of this on YouTube or Facebook, and you want to have a live stream show like this podcast has, You can sign up for StreamYard using our referral link, specialchronicles.com/StreamYard. And finally, we mentioned it during the sponsor breaks, but if you want us to continue to be behind the microphone, we couldn't do this without your listener support. Make a gift today, specialchronicles.com/give. specialchronicles.com/give. And we could use your support. Right, babe?
Yeah.
Who's doing something?
Yeah, because I have to be somewhere.
Oh, okay. So we should wrap up. Okay.
I'm just putting my shoes on, but I'm still on camera with you.
Okay. So we'll quickly wrap up here then. Specialchronicles.com/comment if you want to learn more about our partner, and specialchronicles.com/give to donate to this podcast. It's been great. It's been awesome. This has been Daniel's 33rd birthday bash. We'll be back next week, right, babe? Hopefully. Will we be back next week?
Yes, we are.
Hopefully, we will.
Hopefully.
You guys, so remember to do what you do with this podcast. Subscribe and rate and review us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and wherever you get your podcasts. It goes a long way. Please go just look up Georgia and Daniel Show and leave us a review. It goes a long way. It's been thanks for the 33rd birthday bash, babe. I love you.
I love you too.
And we hope you guys we look forward to hearing your feedback. And we'll be back next week. This has been. You've been listening.
This has been the Georgia
and Daniel Show on SpecialChronicles.com. We'll see you next week. Until then.
See you then.
Catch you later. Thank you for listening to this episode of the Georgia and Daniel Show podcast. SpecialChronicles.com to find links to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Subscribe to our channel on YouTube, and don't forget to hit the bell to be notified of new episodes. Also, subscribe to our newsletter or mailing list to sign up for updates and get exclusive content delivered to your inbox. Remember to do what you do with podcasts. Subscribe or follow and rate and review this podcast on Apple Podcasts, the iHeartRadio app, and wherever you get your podcasts. Finally, please share this episode and all of our podcasts with your friends and family to help us grow our audience, reaching 5,000 downloads of our audio podcast and over 14,000 average monthly listeners. Hope you have a great week, and we'll see you back here next week with exciting new content right here on the Georgia and Daniel Show. We'll see you next week.
Special Chronicles, giving respect and a voice to people with special needs.